and welcome back to this Microsoft Dynamics 365 plugin development course. This is module number 2, that is fundamentals of plugin development, and in this video we will see what is a plugin. Plugin is nothing but a custom business logic that you can integrate with Dynamics 365 for customer engagement apps in order to modify the standard behavior of the platform. So let us now understand this through a technical terms. So plugin is just really a .NET class which implements an iPlugin interface. Now where is this iPlugin interface coming from? This is coming from the DLL that will be provided by the SDK. So it is basically a custom code written and compiled in .NET that will be triggered when a specific event takes place within the specified entity of Dynamics 365 instance. So let us now understand this with an example. Consider that your company is selling a washing machines, and along with washing machines you are selling the services to that washing machine also. So you are having three kinds of services, that is basic services, standard service and premium service. So all this information that you are capturing in your Dynamics 365. So what does the business requirement is that whenever a customer purchases a washing machine from your company, he is eligible to get the basic services. In this scenario, what thing you can do in Dynamics 365 is you can write a plugin. Whenever an sales record is created in your Dynamics 365, that will be your triggering point. And so whenever there is a sales record created in your Dynamics 365, you will automatically associate the basic services to that particular customer. One more thing you need to keep in mind is that plugins can run only on backend. That means on the server, backend servers. It will never run on the client side, that is front end. That we have already seen during the types of extensibility concept in module number 1. But I will reiterate what does that mean is that whenever you register a plugin, that plugin will always execute on the server and it will run irrespective of from where you are triggering that event. In other words, you can perform the same operation from UI or from custom applications or any third party application. So be it from anywhere, whenever a specific event is triggered and if any plugin is registered on that event, then it will automatically execute that business logic or business. With this, what you need to keep in mind that for every single plugin you need to tell the Dynamics platform that plugin needs to run for a certain action, which is called as message. In terms of plugins, you need to define on which message the plugin will be triggered. The message can be whether you are creating a particular record, or whenever you are updating a particular record, whenever you are deleting a particular record. So Dynamics 365 has huge set of message list on which you can trigger a plugin. This process is called plugin registration. That we will see in our module number 2, that how you can deploy, how you can register and deploy plugins in Dynamics 365. So this module, the module number 1, will be focusing only on the plugin development and plugin. Important thing to be keep in mind is that a plugin can execute for maximum 2 minutes. If your plugin is so complex and it takes more than 2 minutes of time, then that plugin will stop executing on the server. So everything will be rolled back on the server. And for simplifications, we have divided this plugin into following sections, that is plugin development, then plugin registration and plugin debugging. First you need to develop a plugin, then you need to register the plugin on Dynamics 365 platform, and obviously as a developer or technical consultant, you need to very well know how you can debug a plugin. So that was all a brief overview about plugin. I think now you will have a clear and concise idea about what is a plugin. And don't worry if you don't understand much from the first session. So just for your simplification, keep in mind framework of Dynamics 365. Thank you and hope everyone, and welcome back to this Microsoft Dynamics 365 plugin development course. In this video, we will see the introduction to the event framework of Dynamics 365. In previous video, we have seen what is a plugin, and in this video, I will introduce you to the event framework of Dynamics 365. So as we have already seen in previous video that with Dynamics 365 for customer engagement apps, you have the ability to extend or customize the functionality of the server through integrating your custom business logic or code. So now let us understand what is event framework. So the technology that enables your custom code to be developed and integrated in Dynamics 365 for customer engagement app server is called the event framework. So let us now understand this with the help of diagram. First of all, let us understand what happens when you perform certain actions on the Dynamics 365 UI. So consider that you are creating a sales record either from your desktop or mobile, any other supported client. So what happens is that whatever the actions or the operations that you have performed on the client, that will be passed as a request to the server. Now that server will pass that request message to the database server, and it will perform the core operation and updating the database, and whatever the updated records will be passed into the response object from database to the server and then back to the client. So with the help of request and response objects, your actions will be carried out in Dynamics 365 database. But what Dynamics 365 offers you to extend the server functionality by registering your custom business logic just before the core operation. That means you will have ability to register your custom business logic on pre-event, or it also gives you an ability to register your custom code after the main operation or the core operation or the main event is completed. So that will be something called as post event. So this is one of the most powerful way through which you can extend the functionality of the server depending on your business needs. So this technology through which you can extend the functionality of server is called as event framework. As we have seen in previous diagram that Dynamics 365 platform gives you an opportunity to modify the server functionality by registering your code on the server before the main operation or the core operation is performed, or after the main operation or the core operation is performed. So what all places you can register your custom code? The first place which Dynamics 365 platform offers you to register your custom business logic is pre-validation stage. Before the database transaction has begun, Dynamics 365 offers you a place to register your custom code before any DB transaction has been initiated. That stage is called pre-validation. Next place you can register your custom business logic is before the main operation and the database transaction has begun. So that is called pre-operation. So what is the difference between pre-validation and pre-operation? The only both are pre-event. Why they are called pre-event? Because the main event they are executing before the main event. So this is the main event. These both stages are pre-event stages. But the only difference between pre-validation and pre-operation is that any code that is registered on pre-operation stage will be executed after the database transaction has begun, and then comes the core operation. Just keep in mind that you will never have ability to modify or register any plugin on core operation, because that is the reserved for system to perform that operation. So you do not have ability to modify the main operation, because that will violate the basic idea of that event. So you cannot register any plugin on the core operation or the stage number 30. And the last and the third place where you can register your custom business logic is on the post operation. That means after your main operation is completed, Dynamics 365 platform again offers you a opportunity to register and modify the server functionality by registering your code at post operation stage. So after the post operation is completed, then the response will be generated and it will be passed back to the client. So this entire subsystem of event processing It is called as event framework.